225. Level 16. We gotta be close to it now. Where is that thing coming from? There's a monster right there. Oh, this must be a big room here. Yeah? No. It is not. But let's go this way anyway. Yeah, so in the... Oops, there's a dragon over there. There's a whole dragon over there. A dark dragon. That's cool. Probably the coolest looking dragon. The most dragony looking dragon, I would say. The rest look kind of dinosaur-ish. Whoa, a lich. I was wondering why I wasn't hearing any footsteps. Yeah, so in the last episode, I was talking about game developments and how I thought it was, like, really cool. And, like, it must have been quite exciting for the people of Square Enix to have, like, been able to sign up Akira Toriyama. Oh, I was talking about recolors, really, is what I was talking about. But yeah, getting an artist like that, there's only, you know, they're gonna do like a handful of art for you at maximum dollage, you know what I mean? Like, to get somebody that famous, you gotta, like, pay through the nose, I am sure. And you're gonna have to expect a lot of recolors, because somebody that, like, famous and important, they're not... Hi, baby! What should we do? Big or little? We did little last time, so I don't want a weapon, so I'd rather keep going little. So I'm gonna choose a small box again, hopefully get another gem. Nope, we got a potato cake. Well, thank you kindly. I think it's a better item than I probably know. I haven't quite figured out how to use it yet. Apparently you can catch a fish like Mardon Garyon using that, but it's even harder to do, so... But nevertheless. Yeah, so if you get an artist like that, you have to expect, like, a ton of recolors, because there's no way somebody that important is gonna just, like, hand you all of their ideas, you know what I mean? They're gonna do, like, oh, you want some monsters? Okay, here's some monsters. Have capsaicum, you know? Insert little pepper guys on a skewer, or Jail Cat. I actually really love Jail Cat, but it's a really derpy monster, you know, not exactly striking fear into the hearts. Or Lips. Man, you get, like, Lips if you hire somebody as famous and important as Akira Toriyama, because they're not giving you their best ideas. They're going to keep their best ideas for their own stuff, of course. It's just going to be a job. Wait, let me do my abs. Okay. I would love to know how actually involved Akira Toriyama was in it. Because, I don't know, he has such a... sadly, he did pass away this year in December or something. But he had such a unique storytelling approach that it seems like it would be just impossible to wrap a game around, you know? Like, as far as I understand, his approach was to write spontaneously for fun. And that's kind of why... Oh, owie. I got cornered. And that's why, like, Dragon Ball, for instance, has such a, like, a meandering plot with so much, like, filler. It's like, if you're writing an anime, / an animation, rather. Wow, look at all the res I got. Filler is, like, useful. It's good for kind of establishing, like, characters a little bit better. Because, you know, if you're just flying from plot point to plot point, there isn't a lot of time to really kind of get to know a character. But if you cram some filler in there, it gives your animators a break to do something a little slower, maybe with some recycled frames, and to actually kick back and talk about, like, the area a little bit, do some lore, do some, like, character growth. And so Akira Toriyama, I guess, was, like, really about that, though, to the point where it made it difficult to keep up with the stories. Which works in a comic setting, because that's a really fun comic to read then. It's just kind of meandering, you get to look at all this artwork, it goes on for a long time, you know, whereas opposed to, like, American comics are very written to the point. There's almost no meandering, and it's actually, like, really kind of hard to keep up with what's going on most of the time, because it's just So like next scene, action, you know. There's not actually ever a time where it like comes to rest. But as far as going in animation, like you can only take as a viewer so many like filler episodes before you're like, you know what I mean, like an animation, like an anime that is like episodic. You still ultimately want it to be like a movie where like you've only watched so many episodes, you know, you want like 13 episodes and you get to the point, you know, at least arc 1. But the way like Akira Toriyama writes, and by extension, I guess, Akira Oda, is that how you say his name? This is just so meandering and having so much fun with the characters that it's it's like all filler, and so you'd have hundreds and hundreds of episodes before you ever got to the point. So so to actually try and wrap a game around that kind of writing would also be impossible. Like, we love a good epic game. I would love to play another epic game like Star Ocean, where it's like massive. But the thing with games is that even though you could have a massive epic game, it's never not to the point. Games are very on point at all times, very action oriented. These have got to be my least favorite, man. They are annoying. Ah, there we go. Yeah, you can't really have a game that's meandering. Like even a hi buddy. Can we have not a potato cake? That is not a potato cake. I accept, alright. Man, you can get some weird stuff from the clown. Yeah, but like even a casual game, whenever there's... The thing with a casual game is that you kind of are left to your own devices. And that's what makes it casual. You can just kind of wander around and do things at your own pace. But when it comes to the like character interactions, yowza, man, what happened? I'm frozen. There must be a dragon over there. Holy cow. Good grief. Owie! Let me get you, and now I'm gonna come after you. Holy cow, this room is packed! Okay, next! Yeah, think of like Stardew Valley. There isn't a single interaction in there that isn't geared towards advancing in your like romance with a character or like friendliness with a character, or it's advancing the plot. Other than that, you're left to your devices. And that's just how games are. They're not to the plot, to the point. They can't not be to the point. So yeah, so that's why I wonder, like, oh my gosh, I did it again. Ooh, I think that's my last stand-in part. I gotta be careful. Yikes. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so, I just don't see how you could get Akira Toriyama to write, like, a concise plot and expect him to actually enjoy the process. You know what I mean? It feels like it was probably... They asked him, like, oh, what would you do here? And of course, they'd be like, okay, so this is what we're thinking of doing. Can you design our characters now? You know? So I wonder what's going to become of Dragon Quest now that Akira Toriyama, of course, is passed away. Man, it makes me sad just saying that out loud. You know? Like, when I was in high school, I read an article in, like, Shonen Jump or something like that, that they set up an interview between Akira Oda and Eiichiro? I'm not sure. But Oda and Toriyama, basically. Because Oda had been a big fan of Toriyama, like, since he was a kid. Unsurprising. You know? So it was sort of like his lifetime wish to meet Toriyama. So it's really cool that he actually, like, got to do that. And that was when I was in high school. And so that was like 20 years ago. And like, as far as I know, Toriyama was 80 then. So I don't remember. He might have been a little younger then, because I think he was like 90 or something when he passed. So like this was not a surprise to anyone, but it still is like, oh no. Look at that, there's 2 holes in the ground in a row. That seems unfair. So yeah, it's just really rough. So I wonder what's gonna happen with Dragon Quest. And I would like them to just not keep using his art, but everything is so tacky these days. I wouldn't be surprised if they just continue to recycle his art, or you know, he did actually have a they do like apprenticeships with manga in Japan, and there's like a word for it where you're basically like an understudy. Oh my gosh, that is a mean animal. Fortunately, I have a lot of heal thingies. I must be stealing them from people, so it's very good to use Ruby at the moment. Let's see, is this another clown? Nope. Will Mardon Girion show me the way? Yes, he will. Oh, it's explosion. I failed anyway. Open! Not that I need a weapon. I'd rather have the clown, in all honesty. Nice. Don't need it, but nice. Yeah, so he has a student that's taking over Dragon Ball. And so I wonder if he'll also take over Dragon Quest. And I don't know, it feels weird, you know? Like, oh no, my feather! We live in a time where people are unwilling to give anyone new a chance, which is really weird. So rather than like finding a new Akira Toriyama, some like kid with the vision to do something new and original, they find somebody who can just copy him efficiently enough, which is so weird, man. So weird. But yeah, I don't know. It's strange. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments for sure. It's a curious thing. I get a little off topic. Like, I'll talk more about my adventures with finding an artist in the next episode. So like and subscribe, and have a great rest of the week, and bye!